Okay, and we're live. So
Welcome.
this is HotTake. It's the new hell concept from Meki and Gliss. The basic premise is that we opened the Curious Cat and we got a bunch of suggestions and prompts, and the idea is that we're going to go through them. One of us is going to give their opinion. We've already split up the prompts across the two of us, and the other has to disagree, no matter what they really think.
Mm,
Then hopefully it won't be shitty.
Definitely not. Nope.
No chance of it being shitty, because
Zero
me and
percent.
Gliss are the whole circus.
Yes.
Yes. Uh,
100% always quality.
Always the best disagreements and hostility. So we
Yes.
got these in obviously an order, and I didn't randomize it, but I
Mhm.
did kind of mix them up just when I was like getting them onto an image to send to Gliss, so they're not all gonna be in the same order, and we're not necessarily gonna get through all of them because this is just kind of a test thing. We're aiming for about, we said 30 to 40 minutes, right? Content.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, about 30 to 40 minutes.
Anonymous says the default cartoonish alien design. You know what I'm talking about. Green gray dudes with big heads and huge black eyes and spindly little bodies. Personally, my opinion on these little dudes is I think they're fun, I think they're fresh, and I think they're friends.
So you're positive across the board.
Positive across the board.
All right. Well, my perspective on them is I think they're completely garbage, and let me tell you why.
Uh-huh.
First off, first off, they look shitty as fuck and sick as hell, and like they're dying of tuberculosis. They're sickly. They're green and gray. Like, these aren't good colors to be
Uh-huh.
by human standards, obviously, which are the ones we're measuring by. Furthermore,
Right.
if you pushed one over, he would fall backwards onto his head, and gravity would just keep him there.
Just
He'd be
messed
like
up.
a turtle. Yeah, he's stuck on it like a Bobo doll, and he can't
That's
get
messed
off
up.
his shitty big head. And furthermore, those big black eyes, like that's a lot of space that you could just poke them in if you had to fight them off. If an alien came at me with his ray gun,
Hmm.
and he was like, "I'm going to vaporize you," I would simply throw a pebble into his big shitty black eye,
So
right?
I think that's just messed up across the board. No, no,
No? Okay, go on.
no. Well, first of all, you're judging them based on human standards, which they've never seen a human before. So, based on their standards, I think they would think that you look shitty as hell with your big, long body. Terrible.
Okay.
So, I think it's messed up that you're judging them. Plus, I don't think they want to fight.
But like if they did, I could beat them.
But the thing is, they don't.
But like
They're
if
just
they did, I could take them.
Well, that's the problem. You're looking to fight them.
No, 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 no. Like I'm peaceful, even if they're little shitty gray boys. Um,
It's so
but if,
shitty.
if they're not peaceful, if they come to me and they want to fight, I just think I could win.
That's just messed up.
And also, I'm
Messed up.
judging them by human standards because it's supposed to be my opinion. Like I'm human. It's these are the standards I live by. If I saw a
Hmm.
human being who was green, I'd be like, "Are you okay? You look sick. Let's get you to the hospital." If I saw a little alien guy that was green, I'd be like, "Whoa, that's a little alien guy." I'd mostly be surprised by that. I wouldn't really process the skin color.
Right, right. But see, the thing is, Pikachu has a big head.
No, he
But we
doesn't.
think it's messed up.
Pikachu's one fucking nugget. It's all cohesive. Pikachu has like feet and arms and ears, and every other part of its body is just one thing. Like it's a fucking capsule. It's a pill.
Okay, whatever. Pikachu is a whole other. We don't have to get into that.
Yeah, you brought it up, Gliss. You brought
I
us to
can't believe you
Pikachu.
bring that up, Maki. Can't believe you did that.
I'm sick of you.
So, our consensus is that aliens rock and that they're
I don't
great.
think we're gonna reach consensus on this one, or probably any of these, given the premise.
True. I think I win though. I think the audience.
I
Leave in
don't
the comments
think I don't
below.
think we're competing. I think this is a collaborative effort.
Every move I make in my life is a competition.
All right. Well, you know what, Gliss? Maybe everything I just said about the aliens, maybe it applies to you too. I'm just saying.
You think I have a shitty little body?
I think if I pushed
Push
you,
me over?
gravity would keep you on your head.
No way.
I don't think you
My
could
head
get
might
up.
be bigger than usual. I do have a big head, but I would get right up and I would push you over like a cow. You know, cow.
Oh, okay. You
Messed
know
up.
what? Messed up of you. All of this. Messed up behavior.
I can't believe you made it personal, bringing in my
I
shitty little
didn't know
head.
you had a big head. I didn't know you really had a big head in real life.
You have a big head, no hats fit me.
Oh, that's a shame. I'm gonna custom make you a bigger hat.
Could you make it a cowboy hat?
No, because then you're gonna use it to tip me over like a cowboy.
Oh, my master plan.
You won't trick me with cowboyification. Alright. Alright. So the next one is the vague dread of a Tuesday, as in THUES day. Now I did ask for clarification on if the submitter meant Tuesday or Thursday, to which I was told to figure it out myself. So I'm taking this to mean, you know, the gradient days. Because you've got the edge days. You've got Monday and Friday. And then you've got Wednesday, which is the middle day. Then Tuesday and Thursday both have this weird feeling where it's like, on Tuesday, it's like not like, oh fuck, the week's starting, I'm in Garf mode.
Right.
It's like, alright, I'm kinda I've made it through Monday. It's Tuesday. We're on it. And then Friday is like, alright, come on. I mean, not Friday, Thursday is like, it's not Friday yet. We're not celebrating. There's no TGI, but it's almost there. You know, tomorrow's gonna be Friday. Tomorrow, I can thank God on his most holy day.
Right.
So these 2 days, Tuesday and Thursday, my opinion on them is that they're like just a weird vibe. They don't add up. You know, people always and overuse the word like liminal space. These are like the liminal spaces of days where it just doesn't click. Emotions don't work right on these 2 days. That's my take.
Okay, so you have like a vaguely negative opinion of these days.
I don't think it's negative. I think that they are just weird. They're weird days, right? They're like vaguely unnerving sometimes.
No, I think they make perfect sense.
Okay, go on.
Because you have like the evil spice of Mondays, right? Like you
Okay.
just came into school and it sucks.
All right.
But then Tuesday, you have that little bit of a, okay, you ease into it. Like you're easing into the week. Plus, Tuesdays, Ruby Tuesdays.
Like Ruby, like the show, like RUBY.
No, there's a restaurant called Ruby Tuesdays, and they have a salad bar. So therefore, Tuesdays are good.
Well, I've never been to Ruby Tuesdays, but go on.
When you come, I'll give you a tour of Ruby Tuesdays when you
All
come to
right.
America.
That had a lot of assumptions baked into it, but I won't argue with you. So what do you have to say for Thursday?
Thursdays are similarly as good because, you know, Wednesdays are like, you know, the quote-unquote hump day of the week, as kids used to call it. And then Friday is like, okay, this is really good. But I think you need those in-between days to really appreciate, like, Fridays. You know?
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, I can agree with
It's like
that
the
one.
rice. It's like the rice in a dish. Like, you don't really need rice, but it, like, soaks up the flavors.
White, but okay.
Right? What?
White take, but okay.
What do you mean that's a white thing?
Like
What?
it's like white people, okay? They always see carbs as the base. and just the base, right? Like carbs are the base, sure, right? You make a rice dish, a pasta dish, a sandwich, whatever. You like your carbs are your base. Everything else builds on them, but like white people, they stop there. They're like they're like if there's rice on the plate, that's enough. Like at least like in Lebanon, like we don't see it that way. Like okay, just in my household, just my own mother, right? She's like that with pasta. Cause the pasta here is like she doesn't care. When my mom makes white people food like pasta, supermarket hamburgers, like that shit, like she's just like making it because she doesn't feel like cooking like real food, which to her is like the Lebanese food, you know. But like when she makes rice, like the rice is not just the base, right? Like saying the rice is the base is like if you make a steak dish, and like when you make a steak dish, it's not like you do much with the steak. You know, the steak is like a piece of meat that you cook well. And you've got like the rest of the dish is like where you like really make it complex. But with the steak, it's like do it simple but do it good. You know? The rice is like that. It's not like there's much to do with it, but like it's not just like plain white rice that you're putting shit on top of, you know? Like it is not just the base.
Okay. I see where you're coming from.
Right?
Yeah. You gotta put like a little bit of a garlic in there.
Yeah, like you season it, you cook it right, you know? Like it's not just like, oh yeah, it's just rice to like put cauliflower on. I don't know what white people eat.
Cauliflower. I like cauliflower rice.
Yeah, but cauliflower rice is not just cauliflower on rice.
True.
Okay.
Alright.
I agree with you though. Like Tuesday and Thursday, like they're important days. Like if you don't have them, like, and I don't just mean like, oh yeah, like if you don't have them, like in like, you know, like the way little kids are like, oh, can we just skip Monday? Like,
no.
Right? Like
that's round out the week.
That's not how that shit works, right? But like, I mean, like those weird vibes, they're not Tuesday and Thursday's fault. You know, it's because Friday is such a good day and Wednesday is such a like whatever day that like you have Thursday be like that. You know, it's because of the days around it.
They're like the liminal spaces of the week.
Oh yeah, like where'd you get that one from?
Did you say that?
Did you really forget that I said that?
Yeah.
I did say that. Yeah, I did.
I felt like such a genius. I was like, yes, I know a word. Making me nice to me.
All right.
You want to try the next one?
Sure.
Ready?
All right, Gliss. What do you think of gaps?
Gaps. This one is very like open-ended.
Yeah, it's like, very abstract, huh?
Gaps. Like, are we talking about the clothing brand?
No, this is explicitly, this is 100% a reference to the game franchise with the name spelled Touhou. I won't pronounce it because last time I pronounced it out loud, I got made fun of.
Touhou.
The one by Zun, you know, the one by Zun.
I don't know anything about Touhou. I thought this was like train gaps.
Oh, like it's yeah, it's like gaps, like spaces between two things.
Oh, okay. What is that about Touhou?
Because I know that this is a reference to that franchise because there's a character in there whose power is literally just like making gaps and shit, like making portals in space, basically. And I know the person who sent this in stands that character super hard.
Okay.
So that's how I know like what she meant. Like she does not mean the Gap, like the clothing store.
All right. So we mean like train gaps, like the little spaces where you board.
I mean
the train.
any gap, you know, any gap.
Yeah.
The gap in a train. The gap when you punch a hole in paper, you know.
Well, I think they're messed up and rude. I don't think they're good.
You don't think it's good to have gaps?
No. I think if like a cake, right? You're icing a cake.
Yeah.
You have gaps in it, I'm gonna beat you up.
Okay. So is that where you're is that where you're taking this?
Yeah.
Wow, I think that's fucking stupid. I think that's the stupidest shit I've heard in my life. I think I'm gonna assault you for this one. Hey, you know what you
Why do you
couldn't
assault
have if you didn't have gaps?
Teeth?
Fucking donuts, dude.
Well, yeah, but then you have munchkins. Well, wait,
No,
wait,
you
wait,
don't have
wait, wait.
munchkins. A munchkin is not just a fucking puck. Like, it's a little orb. If you just took the hole out of a donut, you just have a shitty donut puck. Like, and there's donuts without holes in them. There are donuts without holes in them. But they're not the same as the donuts with holes in them, right? If you don't have gaps, you can't have, like, pretzels. You can't have
Yeah.
bagels. You can't have, and these are just things that I think we could all agree are gaps. If we want to get, like, really abstract, like, there's all sorts of shit that's just a hole in space, you know? Like, when you have a mug and there's, like, the handle on it, like, you'd only have those weird-ass handles that don't have a bottom, you know? They're just, like, an L that comes out the top, and, like, those break off way too easy. Fucking...
Right, right.
You can't have, Hey, you know fucking phones with chargers on them? I mean, that's a gap, kinda. Right?
That's why I have wireless chargers.
Fucking hell, what's wrong with you? A window is a gap? You want to live in a fucking brick room for your entire life?
Well, the glass fills in the gap.
But the gap is there. Like, there is a gap, though.
Is it?
I mean, yeah, like, you can take the glass out of the window and, like you put a gap
you
in the
fill the
wall
gap.
and then you fill it.
Yeah, you're filling
Yeah.
it in. Yeah.
You fill it in, but, like, you have to, like, make a gap in the wall to put it in there, right? Like, just, it doesn't...
Oh, well, yeah. I think we should just fill in the gaps.
Just fill
Look
in
at this
all the
gap.
gaps?
Yeah.
What about
Like, we
fucking
don't-
clothes? Arm holes, leg holes, neck
You're
holes?
filling in the gap by putting the clothes on.
No. I have my shirt on my arm, but, like, my arm's in it, but it's not fucking skin tight. Like, there's still a gap there.
I think we should normalize skin-tight clothes.
I think we should normalize putting you in a box and mailing you to the circus.
The circus? For my opinions on gaps?
For your clown behavior.
I think you're just jealous of my revolutionary takes on gaps.
I think I'm going to kill you before the night ends.
Like teeth gaps. We don't need teeth gaps. It could just be one tooth. Two teeth.
Yeah, two big teeth. I can actually give you that one, right? But you know what we do need? We need butthole. You do need butthole.
You fill it. I'm not finishing that. This is a family-friendly podcast.
How many times have we said fuck over the course of this podcast? You do need butthole, and I don't care what kind of fucking equivocation you try to pull off to get out of this one. You need
You
buttholes.
fill in the gap. You fill in the gap of the butthole.
No, you don't.
So I'm just saying we should fill in gaps. I'm not saying like as a concept gaps shouldn't exist. I'm just saying we should fill in gaps. Cover them.
What? Right. What about locks? Right? Locks and keys, right?
Yeah.
If the lock hole was like filled in always, you couldn't put a key in it.
Then that's why they invented digital locks with key cards. Beep.
But like you get that like so what were they supposed to do for the past like 2 millennia before we came up with that shit?
Perish.
Fucking hell. Sick of
Just
you.
keep their doors open.
Sick of you. Speaking of doors, let's move on to the next one. Slightly
it?
open doors. I think these are the fucking worst. And this is not like something I'm exaggerating for podcast clout. I think these are just fucking abysmal. I've never had a door be slightly open and I'm like, ah, yeah, this is how I want the door to be. Either, like, the only cases where a door is slightly open is when I thought I closed it, but it didn't, like, click all the way and it stayed, like, a little crack open. or when I opened it and like it like swung shut but didn't fully close, you know, because like it didn't like it couldn't go through that without like a human push on it, you know. In both of these cases, the door is not in the state that I want it to be in, and like if I wanted it closed and it's slightly open, then like I feel like my privacy's gone, you know, like someone could be out there like peeking through it. And even if that wasn't the case, if someone came in, I wouldn't hear the door open. They'd just be in my room, right? Versus if it was if I wanted it open, then I wanted it open for a reason. And having it almost all the way closed, like that defeats the purpose, you know?
Right.
That's my take. Worst thing in the world.
I have to disagree.
You
I think
do,
gaps support.
contractually, you have to disagree.
Contractually, I have to disagree. But also just on a personal level, I have to disagree. Because let's say it's a really hot day, and you don't want to have the door closed, and you want just a little bit of breeze coming in, but you don't want people to be like, oh, his door's open, let's go in. Like, no, you just have it a little bit cracked open. So I can be like, okay, it looks closed, but it's not. But there's still a little breeze coming through.
But like,
Or
oh, okay, yeah, go
trying to
on.
if I'm trying to listen to like something going on in the kitchen, like if they're talking about me, I have it a little bit open. Not completely all the way. Just like if they come around and they see like completely open door. So
Then they'll know you.
if you
You know
want,
what? I can give you the second one. The second one, like I get that merit, right? I get you on that one.
Mhm.
Sure, sure, sure. That first one I don't accept. Cause if
Okay.
you're opening your door to like let a little breeze in, that's just the fucking that's the breeze from outside your door. That's not fresh air. Like unless you're sitting in the living room and opening like the door to the outside, like if I open my
Cross.
door, I just like in my room, I just get fresh quote unquote fresh air from the hallway outside. If I wanted a little breeze, I'd crack my window open. Not my door. There's no breeze outside my door.
Listen. You have to have the combination. You have the window open with the door open a little bit, so there's the cross breeze. So it's coming through the window and then out the door and passing over you.
But if I have my door closed and I have my window open, the
There's
breeze
no cross.
like comes in and my shitty stale indoors air goes out. If I open my window and my door even just a little bit, like all the shitty hallway air is also coming into my room. Even if it's not as much, like why would I want it in there in the first place? Why would I invite this into my home?
Well, if it's like whatever, it's like stagnant in your room, like the air. If it moves around a little bit, even if it's shitty hallway air, then I think that's good.
Yeah, I agree with you, but like I could move around. I could just move it around with the outside breeze air, you know? And like you keep your window open long enough and like there is no longer like inside air and outside air, you know? Like it's an open
Right.
system between your room and the world outside. Like you just have
Okay.
fresh air in there,
Mm-hmm. All right.
right? I don't see the merit. For your privacy thing, like your snooping thing, I get you. But like
Right.
for the purpose of like the air, like I think you're full of shit. I don't think that tracks. I don't think that one checks out.
Try it next time. When you want a little cross breeze, just open your window a little bit and the
You
door
know
a little
what?
bit.
For you. I'll do it for
Thank
you.
you.
Man, there's like this is like word association, huh? Cuz we just did gaps and then it was slightly open doors and the next one is electric fans.
Huh.
This is like these link quite a lot.
Hey, someone was thinking about being cool in the
Now,
summer
the
when they
open
lived in.
doors and the gaps were the same person. I know that. But that person was the
Mhm.
same person as the Tuesdays. But I don't think they
Yeah.
were the same person as the electric fans. I think that's a different person.
Huh.
Okay.
People just have hive mind.
Yeah, I
All right.
guess. Give me electric fans, Gis.
Electric fans. I think they're all right. They push the breeze onto you from up there, or like the ones you plug in and they're just blowing on you.
Yeah,
They're loud.
they are loud. So, like, what's your take here? Like, You can't be mixed because I can't disagree with mixed.
No. Yeah. So ultimately, I think they're shitty
You think they're shitty?
because yeah, I don't like them because they're just so loud. You have them plugged in, and it's just like a constant sound, and it's bad. Not
You know
good.
what? Fucking Gliss. I think you
Yeah.
need to go back in time for a little bit.
Why?
You're just not appreciative of the ways our ancestors lived. You're just like, oh, padlocks. You're just like, oh, electric fans. You know what? I don't know when the air conditioner was invented, and I don't know when the electric fan was invented, but I have a strong feeling the electric fan came first.
Right.
And I know that at least here in Lebanon, we don't have 24/7 electricity. Okay?
Right.
So there are some times of day where like we're on a home generator and
Mhm.
I don't want to like burn too much power off that, right? And I don't know if
Mhm.
it's true or not, but like conventional wisdom is that electric fans take less electricity than air conditioning, which sounds right to me. I don't know if it's true, but it sounds
Mhm.
right. So electric fans have a strong merit in my opinion, which is that they're like they have a strong merit. I think maybe I haven't looked this up in that I think they're more energy efficient. Maybe
Right. Right.
they might be. But
Maybe.
also, in my room, the air conditioner faces straight to my door. And I sit on
Hmm.
the complete opposite end of the room, right? So
Oh.
I need to keep my door closed and turn on my AC and like leave it to circulate. If I had an electric fan, I could just put it next to me and like turn it on. And like I'd be cooled. I'd be good, you know?
Okay. Fair. Fair.
I
I
think
think a
electric
big thing.
fans fuck. And I think you're a piece of shit for not liking them.
No, but see, I'm a naturally cool person. So if I'm sitting in front of an electric fan, I get like freezing cold.
But then why the fuck you but like it's the same
I'm
for
not.
air conditioners though.
When did I say I'm using an air conditioner?
You literally were like, I think air conditioners are better, weren't you? Or was that just didn't you
I
say
said
like
that.
something about them being better because they're not loud?
Nope.
Dang, I tripped out, I
Electric
guess.
fans.
You know
It's
what? I'm
okay.
full of shit. I'm a clown. I'll give it to
No.
you.
I like paper fans.
I mean, I have carpal tunnel syndrome.
Oh no.
Those I like paper fans.
Hire
Uh,
someone good at you.
fucking, do I look like I'm made of money?
I don't know.
Fucking, I don't. I don't look like I'm made of money. I'm made of fucking flesh and bone, baby, just like the rest of us.
You're made of Mickey.
Maybe so. Then I guess that makes me mechanical.
Oh, 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 oh,
Mechanical.
mechanical.
All
Oh
right.
my gosh. He said it.
Is Junkrat a twink? This is on me.
This question is evil.
What?
This question is evil.
So I remember this discourse. I remember this discourse from a darker time.
Uh-huh.
Particularly because this was like not too long after, or maybe it was actually during the time that I made the Gay Triforce. Because I remember the very first application I used the Gay Triforce on was I made it an Overwatch chart. Like I put the Overwatch characters into it, right?
Right.
And the main discourse was, is Junkrat a twink or a twunk? I think beyond a shadow of a doubt, Junkrat's a twink. Like he's just long as fuck, right? And he just doesn't have the musculature when you put it with his like with his body length to be a twunk. Because like the shorter you are, the less buff you need to be a twunk, you know? Because it's like the less height you have, like the more a little bit of width looks like a lot of width, right? But if
Mhm.
you're really tall, like you might be as wide as someone, I should say broad, I guess would be the word, as broad as someone who is like who looks muscular when they're shorter than you, but because you're so tall, like that breadth doesn't like look too broad, you know? So I think Junkrat's a twink. Particularly because I think, Roadhog and Junkrat have like very contrasting body types, like by design. And
Right.
Junkrat, like with how fat Roadhog is, like Junkrat, it's like an invert color thing, right?
Mm,
Like
right.
he's like all the way on like this side of the body type spectrum, Roadhog. You gotta go the opposite way for Junkrat. You're just gonna end up with a skinny twink. That's my take on it.
No. I think he is a malnourished twunk.
Fucking, what does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't think he eats enough. I think if he ate more, then besides like dynamite and gunpowder, I think he would be fill out to be a twunk.
Like, do you get
He
what you're saying though?
is.
Like, that's like saying like, like that's like saying Doomfist is an over-exercised twink. It's like you're saying, oh yeah, if Doomfist stopped working out and he let all of his muscles disappear, he'd be a twink. Like, what are you saying?
Twinks, twinks aren't inherently malnourished.
Yeah, okay.
Not inherently.
Yeah,
I'm looking at pictures of Junkrat right now.
okay.
He's got a six-pack.
Yeah,
Whether on purpose or not, he has a six-pack. Twinks do not have six-packs.
a twink can absolutely have a six-pack because it's just about the body shape. It's not about like, are they muscular? It's about like, what kind of appearance do they give off, right? Like, what's their physical appearance, right? If you put Junkrat in a shirt, which he seems to hate being in, his like silhouette would just be skinny. Like, he wouldn't look muscular, right? And like, sure, you do need to take into account like the naked appearance, but like, he's not like muscularly toned. He's got like drawn on six-pack, but like, he doesn't have any muscle definition on like his body.
I think a big thing is too, his gear makes him look smaller because he's got like really big,
Big
clunky
pants.
stuff on. Big pants, like way too big. Like he's borrowing Roadhog's pants,
Yeah,
and he's
'cause
got like a
they're
tire on his
dating,
back.
dude. Be nice.
I know. I'm sorry, Junkrat. So they're wearing each other's clothes, which is cute.
I don't think Roadhog is wearing Junkrat's
No,
clothes.
no.
I don't think that
You know
would
what I mean.
work very well for him.
Whatever, man. To each his own. But I think he's just wearing like too big stuff, and he's just malnourished. We just need to feed Mr. Rat, and he'll fill out nicely.
I get you on the big clothes part. I can give you that. That's fine.
Mhm.
I can accept it. If he's malnourished, which he is, just the way he looks, like, yeah, this dude does not have the best habits. I doubt he stays hydrated. He needs one of those
No.
bots on Twitter that reminds you. But like, if he's skinny because he has shitty eating habits, he's still skinny. He's still a twink. You know? Some people work out a lot to get muscular, and some people just look muscular, right? But
Right.
regardless of reasons, like, these people have the same body type. You know?
And
I don't
try to
know.
look up pictures of twins.
Oh, you know what? This is too much talk for an Overwatch question.
Yeah, no, never mind.
All right.
Okay.
You know what? We have the best one right now, I think.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, Gliss, this is yours.
Oh no. Anonymous says, Kenny. So this one is a hard question.
Well, it's not a
Because-
question.
Well,
For
you know
one.
what I mean.
I
It's a
know, I
hard
know.
one to have an opinion on. Because do I want to announce this on my podcast?
Are you gonna talk about the Instagram thing?
Oh my gosh. Maybe. I was gonna talk about my past as a Kenny.
Okay, come on.
And how
Expose
shitty
your
that
Kenny
was.
past. Expose your Kenny past.
Never mind. I'm just gonna say
No,
it
no,
happened.
come on, Hulst.
No! Not oh, it's gone, roll, Kenny. We've gone over this. Okay, first and foremost, I am no longer a Kenny. I would never kin again. I used to kin when I was like 15.
For announced
What
for
was
the
that?
you're are you 20 or 19?
19 years old.
Okay.
I really have to go into my kid. I'm the one who
You
brought
don't
this on
have to. Like
myself.
it's your question. Like you can say what you want, dog.
I used to kin. Wasn't very good. People kin now, and I see them, and respect for them. They just put themselves out on the line, and they still think that they're fictional characters, and gotta respect for that. I think I actually have a positive outlook on kidding, because I think it's just people having harmless fun. And sure, you're like mid-20s now, and you still think you are Hinata from Haikyuu, but I think you're not hurting anyone. So I think they should be allowed to kin. Kinning, yes. Go ahead.
All right. You answered this like relatively seriously, and like I said on the initial post, like I don't want like genuine like serious debates here because being forced to disagree with someone on something like this is like not good. Like I don't want to fucking play devil's advocate on the anti-kin brigade right now. I agree with you completely, right? But I do need to
Right.
say a negative thing. So since you mentioned Hinata from Haikyuu, my
Yeah?
name is Mekki. It's spelled
Right.
Makki. That's also the nickname of a character from Haikyuu. So
Is it?
my indirects on Twitter have been kind of messy for the past 2 years for various reasons. Like there's
No.
a bot that like tweets quotes from some ship with this character, or
Oh,
like other shit like related to there's like a bunch of bots, and one of them like tweets like if Mekki pissed on me, I'd say thank you,
what?
or I want Mekki to choke me, and it's like I like see the tweets and I'm like, I don't know if this guy's a minor, but like it's a high
Oh,
school anime, like I don't know, dude. Um,
oh,
but regardless of that, even if he's not a minor, like it's not weird for me because like I'm taking it personally. It's just like a little funny thing to see before I go in on my actual indirects, like before I said it to just people you follow. But I do
mhm.
remember there was a time when someone got called out for kinning outside of race. And
Mm.
one of the things included was that they were kinning Mekki from Haikyuu. And I was looking at it like, wait, but Mekki's not Japanese? Because I was thinking of myself, the real, not the real, but a real person named Mekki.
People do get a little serious over kinning.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
the Kitty Blacklist. Okay, I'll bring it up.
Okay.
Instagram. They had a big old thing where someone like used to be friends with someone else, and then they got mad at them because that other person was like making friends that wasn't them. So they started shit with all of their friends, all of their followers. They created a list of why all these people are problematic. It was the Kitty Blacklist because it was Kinstagram, which is a part of Instagram which formally or not so formally were all kitties.
Right, yeah.
And now we all just band together.
You say we, are you still part of Kinstagram Gliss?
No, no, okay, listen. We used to kin, but now we don't. And
But
now
like,
it's
wait,
just
I want to
like,
mention something to you. Like you
yeah,
understand that like there's still a Kinstagram movement, right? Like there are still people who like go on Instagram to do their kinney business. Like I know people who do it.
but they're like 15.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the Instagram is like 15 now.
Yeah.
But no, I'm like older Kinstagram. Like that's new Kinstagram. I'm still part of like old Kinstagram. Like we knew each other in like
When
2015,
like you
14.
get it though, right? Like
Yeah,
you you were 15 at the time, right?
yes. I saw the terrible parts.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like the only difference is that you're not part of like the 15-year-old part of Kinstagram anymore. But the 15-year-old part, like, there's 15-year-olds there now who are like in the same boat that you were in when you were 15.
Yeah.
It's just the experience of being 15 on Instagram, I guess.
Yeah, no, don't recommend it. If you're 15 years old and you're listening to our podcast, first of
Don't.
all, hi.
First of all, probably don't.
No,
I mean, it's fine. Is it?
it's fine. Well,
There's cussing, but like,
yeah,
it's
there's nothing like
cussing,
really
right?
inappropriate. We talk about twinks, but
It's fine. It's fine.
fine. But just don't go on Instagram if you're 15 years old.
Yeah, that's the important one here. Honestly, just like, don't be a part of an internet subculture. That's not advice for 15-year-olds. That's advice for like
Everyone.
all people. Like,
All
the worst thing you can do on the internet is like tether yourself to a subculture. Like, no fandoms, no communities, no nothing. The internet, it's not made for it. It doesn't work. Like, I've been there. Like, it doesn't track. It doesn't work out in the end. Just go on the internet, carve out your little slice of it, and like that's it. You live there.
Make some friends who have similar interests and just have fun. Don't call out people for thinking that they are the same fictional character as you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I promise, it's not that serious. You will be okay. You'll get
And
through
it's not
this.
worth it. It's not worth it. Like,
No.
I've seen people's lives get ruined over kin names. Like, literally not even, like, their kins. Like, just, like, the kin name they were using. And I don't mean, like, when people get called out for, like, using a Japanese name where they're not Japanese. That's fine. That's a good thing to call someone out on. I mean, like, someone who was fucking... This is back on, like, the ancient Tumblr days. But, like, somebody... Well, I guess this was technically like a Japanese name thing, but that wasn't the point. This one white person who went by Komaida was calling out another white person for going by Komaida. And it's like they weren't calling them out for being white and using the name Komaida. They were calling them out because they were like, you're stealing my name. It's like, you're both stealing Komaida's name. Like, you're sharing it. Right? Like, they're talking about like identity theft. It's like, imagine if two burglars broke into your house and accused each other of stealing your TV. Like, this isn't yours.
Yeah, exactly.
Kinny shit. Alright. Well,
Change.
we said we were going to go for 40 minutes. And I'm pretty sure it's been like 40, 45 minutes. So if you want to wrap up here, I'm good with that. And we've still got like about half the questions left. So if we wanted to do this again, like we could totally just go with that.
Episode.
Maybe, yeah. We'll see if there is a next episode.
There will be.
There will be. Gis confidence.
Gis confidence.
All right. Well, do we have an outro? We didn't have an intro.
No.
We're gonna put a jingle in. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
We need what do we do now? Do we just stand here?
We say, thank you guys so much for listening to our podcast, pilot, our first episode. Let us know if we should do another one.
Yeah, I'm going to like just put this. We'll find like a funny image to put in the background. And I'm just going to upload this onto YouTube because, like, I'm not putting it on Twitter where, like, literally, if I get suspended, it's gone. If, like, I'm putting it on YouTube. So there's going to be a comment section as well.
So leave a comment.
Yeah, like, if y'all have anything to say, I mean, we're both obviously going to tweet it. You can reply, but, like, it's going to go in the, there's going to be a comment section. And yeah, I mean, if people like it, we'll do another. Like, we're not looking for like 5,000 views, you know. If we have like 10 friends who are like, this was funny, we'll do it again. It's not like I need an excuse to argue with Gliss for 45 minutes.
If you guys let us have another episode, I will have a limerick ready.
Fuck. Are we gonna do limericks? I don't want to do limericks. We'll do
Yeah, no,
limericks.
we'll do it next time. It'll be our prize for letting us do another episode.
Wow. You say that like they're paying us.
They're
Patreon
paying us.
reward tier. Every $5 we get monthly, we're gonna add an extra limerick to the outro.
Yes. We'll have like $50 and I have to do 10
God.
limericks.
And like, if this show goes on for more than 5 episodes, it's gonna end up like one of those like Mabimbam like Frankenstein. Gliss does not watch Mabimbam,
No,
but came into my replies and like told me what he thinks works about Mabimbam, having never watched it, and everything he said was wrong. He was like, "Oh yeah, I think it's cool that they don't have a premise; they just kind of talk." And I was like, "What's wrong with you?" But what Gliss doesn't know is that Mabimbam has like segments, and
Do
the later you go, the more just off the shit segments they have that have nothing to do with the initial premise. Like initially, it's just they take fan advice and they do Yahoo Answers. Like that was it. Then there's like Farm Wisdom where people like send in just farm trivia. And I forget what it's called. Munch Squad? I haven't watched Mabimbam in a long time. But Munch Squad, where Justin reads like press releases from like various fast food restaurants. Anyways, you give this like 10 episodes, me and Gliss are gonna have like 40 segments. We're gonna get through one argument, and then it's gonna be like, all right, it's time for Limerick Hour, and we're just gonna we're literally going to freestyle limericks for 60 minutes. The episode's gonna be 8 hours long. Do not send in limericks.
Feel free to send me a limerick and I will read it out loud for everyone.
Be
sure they follow the
for
format,
me. for me, yeah. And I'll have to edit it into an episode. I almost fucking tripped. Remember when this was an outro? Remember when this was the outro?
Oh shoot.
Okay.
Do you want me to say it again?
No, I think they heard us the first time.
Okay.
All right.
Well, leave a comment.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
We love you.
Mwah.
Mwah. I'm gonna click stop recording now.
Bye.
All right.